It would be easier, much easier, to say there is no seer, but the word of God clear, when the end is near, by the pouring of his spirit, the old will envision it, the young dreamers will dream it, poured out on the man and maid servant. 1 Corinthians 12, in specific verse 10, goes on to say then, prophecy is one of the Spirit's gifts gifted to them who are submitted, amongst diverse modes of operation, and Revelation says thus, those who keep God's commandments and have the testimony of Jesus. Revelation 19:10 further explains to us, the spirit of prophecy is the testimony of Jesus. The visions no longer seize us, so though it may ease us to say, let's just say Jesus, but we can't ignore the testimony of Jesus, the spirit of prophecy. The gift is not just about foretelling, but also for doctrine outspelling, for the church's edifying instruction, and to rebuke sin, who still stands to the measuring. The word of God, their burden, and joy proclaiming, teaching, and exhorting. It wasn't about a ministry of riches and prediction. If looked at biblically and not fiction, many would avoid the mantle and election, and even after the choosing would hardly go screaming their profession. Yes, miracles and foretelling, for only God alone can say before it is, and it will come to pass with certainty, but they got cut up and stoned usually, because they gave rebuke we didn't want to see. They bring the character of God so apparently that our faults we begin to see, and they lay out the choice plainly. Often accused falsely and surrounded by false prophets and doctrines faulty, always in line with Jesus Christ, and Moses and the prophets of old showed them to be right. Law and testimony, Isaiah 8:20 in sight, if not in line, don't heed their lies, for in them there is no light. They love him, keep his commandments, and exalt his word as the greater light. And of course that Christ came in the flesh, otherwise they are anti-Christ. It would be easy to just say no prophecies, especially in danger of all phonies, but we would do better to study for a body that has the commandments and the testimony in their doctrine. The display of the Holy One to fear and his love made clear. Yes, there is the seer, the messenger by God genuinely inspired.